Hey, we got one last story to do. We're gonna be in the control room. Hey, did you get the last story done?
Yeah, you're here.
Last one?
Yeah.
All right, good. Camden. Last story. That's it.
Ready for the show?
Yep.
All right, let's get going.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Tuesday edition of 5-Star News. I'm Camden Green, and welcome back to Up to the Minute. Today, the basketball teams will be playing Gilmer at home. The girls will be playing at 6, and the boys will be playing at 7:30. On Wednesday, senior portraits will be here at HHS, but you have to have an appointment in order to make a portrait. EOCs will be starting up Friday. The physical science and biology tests will kick off the testing season. This week's weather may actually have a few surprises for us. Jared Dameron called in and said we might have some precipitation later on in the week that is not rain. I'm Camden Green, this has been Up to the Minute, and here's Simon Rose with an exciting recap on the Illusionist visit.
Thank you, Camden, for that report. Moving on now, we had a few guests here at Heritage last week, and you could say that their show was magical.
Be nice over Coach Shred, everybody, ooh. Everybody, ah. It's just a joke, man, it just stops. All right, I'll help you out.
So I got into juggling and performing when I was 8 years old. I was on a cruise ship with my parents, and there was a comedy juggling duo that was doing a show in the showroom, and they actually pulled me on stage. I got to be a part of the act, and they made a joke about taking me on the road. And I was 8 years old, and I thought they were serious about that. I didn't understand comedy yet. So I went home and started training every single day for a few hours a day, thinking that if they called, I'd be prepared. So fast forward a few years, I realized that it was just a joke, and I realized I could still make a living at performing if I wanted to. So from around 12 to 17 or so, rather than have a social life, I practiced juggling tricks. My favorite trick to do is right here. One of my favorite things about it is when the kids come up after the show and I ask what their favorite trick is, and they say the trick where you almost died. So I'm happy to be inspiring. No, I'm just joking. This one's my favorite trick. It's always nice when you can really get the audience on the edge of their seat and give them a real thrilling experience. So that's one of my favorite things about performing this trick. The first few times I was absolutely petrified, but after doing it enough times and after training for a long time, you kind of learn to get over your fear. Kind of like when you're driving a car, it's actually pretty dangerous, but after a long time, you should still be weary about it, but you start to get a little more relaxed with it. I wouldn't say I'm relaxed with this, but I can kind of, it's not as scary as it was when I first got started, so now I can perform it, and it's somewhat enjoyable to perform, I guess. If you want a career in performing, or if you want to do magic or juggling, whatever it is, anything creative that you're going to be doing, it's all about putting in a ton of time. And when you're not good yet, you have to know that if you put in a few hours a day for a few years or for 10 years, you could be the best in the world at anything you want to be the best in the world at. So if you decide you want to draw and you train your drawing, even if you're terrible at first, if you put in 3 hours a day for 10 years, you're going to be incredible at it. So my advice is just to put in the hours and find something you like to do. Because if you enjoy doing something, you're not working a day in your life. And that's how I feel about all of this.
I guess magic really was in the air that day. Moving on now, Harlan Woodard will tell us all about SkillsUSA and their performance at Regions.
Thank you guys for that story. Now, if you didn't know, SkillsUSA had a region competition last Friday. I talked to Miss Bird and a couple of students about their experience.
SkillsUSA competed Friday in their region competition at Georgia Northwestern Tech. We came away with 5 medals. We got a first place in architectural drawing, a third place in technical drafting, third place in t-shirt design, second place in pin design, and second place in advertising design. Super excited for these kids. They get to compete at state, and everyone who went to compete came home with a medal.
It feels pretty good to win a medal, but I've done the competition for 4 years now, and it's just exciting every time you win one. I think that students should join it because it makes you be able to have more life skills, like interviews and stuff like that, and it's just a lot of fun going to the competitions with other students as well.
Well, that's all from me, but make sure to stick around because after this commercial, sports is next.
Sir, why do you have that?
Oh, I'm really sorry. I'll put it up.
Not that, the blanket.
The blanket? I thought we were gonna have blankets.
No blanket. Let's go. Let me have it.
No.
Let me see the blanket.
No, I'll put it up. I promise.
No, I need
I'll
the blanket.
put it away.
I don't care. Give me the blanket. Thank you.
No. No blankets in school.
What's up, guys? Welcome to sports. I'm Davis Kilgo. Let's get this show started. Oh, yeah. So you may have thought that was our intro, but it wasn't. I'm Davis Kilgo. Welcome to 5-Star Sports, everybody. Welcome into 5-Star Sports, everyone. Davis Kilgo here to get you caught up in all Heritage basketball action, as our Generals had a busy weekend playing Lafayette and Gordon Lee. How'd they do? Let's get to the game recap.
Well, I think the guys played a really good game against Lafayette on Friday night. We had a pretty good game plan. Coach Terry and Coach Hyatt came together and had a pretty nice game plan for Lafayette. They're one of the top teams in the state, obviously the best team in our region. So we thought we had a pretty good game plan going in. And we played pretty well to lose only by 10 by them. We're not happy with that, obviously. But they're really good. We had some chances and balls just didn't go in the hole. So we think when we get a chance to play them next time, it'll be at their place. But we think we can do some damage against them. I mean, like I said, they're one of the best teams we're going to see. So it's a good measuring stick to see where we're at right now early on. They've got a senior group. We've got a lot of new guys playing. So, we're not happy with the loss, but we're happy that we hung with them. They know who we are now, and I think we got a little respect from them. And I think we're going to be better the next time we play them. Well, the Gordon Lee game's always fun. We've already beaten them once heading over there this Saturday, or last Saturday, to play them, and it's a good environment. It's fun to go over there and play. And it was good to get back on the court right after we lost to Lafayette, a big region game, and we lost it. But it was good that we only had to wait, a couple hours, really, like 12 hours before we got back on the court to play Gordon Lee on Saturday afternoon. And the guys really played well. Gordon Lee's tough. They've always been a tough matchup for us. It's kind of weird, but they play really well against us. But our guys stepped it up. Will Allen had a nice game, and we were able to hold on to win there by a pretty good margin. So we're proud of the guys for getting back on the winning track against Gordon Lee. And then later tonight we've got another region game, Gilmer in here, and they've been getting better. I like their coach. He does a good job with them. They're a pretty senior-laden group as well, so they always play us tough, especially up there. This one's at home, so we need some support from the student body and some of the fans to come out and watch us, and hopefully we'll get another region win against Gilmer later tonight.
Friday we played Lafayette at home. We played very good defensively, but on offense we didn't score any points. We only had 41 in the game, and that's really terrible. And then we bounced back against Gordon Lee on Saturday, and we won pretty convincingly. And we shot the ball a lot better, and we walked them down on defense. And tonight we have a big region game at home against Gilmer. They run a 1-3-1 trap, and I think we'll be able to break it pretty easily.
Congrats, guys. That's all for the boys. Now on to Jake Kopp, who caught up with the girls' basketball team.
Thanks, Davis, for your boys' basketball recap. Now for the girls. Liam Harper and I talked to Coach Bryant as well as Reagan Armour on their Lafayette and Gordon Lee recap. And on top of that, they both talked about their preview against tonight's matchup against Gilmer County.
And, they're not that strong of a team, so we're like, we just got to get through this game and just can't play sloppy or do anything like that. And we came out there and just played what we could and did what we needed to do, and we came out with the win. And then Gordon Lee is always a fun rival, so we got to – that game's always fun at Gordon Lee because it's a small gym, it's a fun atmosphere, and we came out with a win on them too, so it was a pretty good weekend.
Okay, tonight we play Gilmer County. Pretty good ball team this year. They're 2-0 in the region, 6-0 overall, so they come in undefeated. So hopefully, we can play our best game tonight, and it's going to be a tough challenge.
Great job, girls, against Lafayette and Gordon Lee, and good luck tonight against Gilmer County. That's all from Liam and I. Now let's throw it over to Logan Long with your girls All-State softball.
Thanks, Jake, for that girls' basketball recap. Now some girls' softball team players made it to All-State. Who are they? Well, let's go ahead and figure it out.
I'm super proud of the girls that gained that honor. It really is unfortunate because we had probably 7 or 8 girls that were deserving of the awards and the honors, and unfortunately there's a lot of great players in the state of Georgia. And so when you sit at that table in the vote room and you have all of the statistics in front of you, and you have all of these girls that a lot of them are going to ACC, SEC schools. and you start looking at all the stats, you know, our girls are right up there with every single one of them. And, you know, the way the votes happened, you know, the 4 that earned it are deserving of the awards, and we're very, very proud of them. But, you know, we have some others that were very deserving as well. And, you know, it's unfortunate that it happens that way, but, you know, we do understand that, you know, there's other teams in the state, too, that have unbelievable players. And so everybody that was part of the honors were deserving of everything.
It feels absolutely honored to be selected as an all-state softball player. There was so many girls up for this, and just being able to get picked as one of them, and it's something really good.
Yeah, we're excited for next year. You know, it's a little tough because, you know, you want to soak this in and you want to enjoy it, and I think the girls are enjoying, you know, the successes that they had this year. But, you know, eventually we're going to have to turn the page over. Our banquet's this next Monday, and so that'll be kind of the official closing of the book for this season, and then we'll get turned into next year and leading into the spring with individuals and workouts.
Good job, ladies, to everyone that made All-State this year. Now show over to Reed McDonald with the All-Region football.
Thanks, Logan Mason, for the All-State softball story. And now I'm Reed McDonald, here to bring you more news about another All-Region team, but this one's for football. I interviewed the coach and some of the players to get more on the story.
So really proud of all of our all-region selections. We had quite a few selections. Some of our first teamers were Nick Hansen and Nolan Lutzkus, Jeffrey Curtis, Derek Gibson, and Kobe McAllister, all guys that are really well deserving. We had a few other guys that also made second team and honorable mention, but those guys did a great job for us. Definitely the strength of our team, and super proud of them. You can't have success without good players, and they were able to help us have success down the stretch. And just really appreciate everything they do for us, and all the seniors that are graduating out of that list, you know, wishing the best, and excited to have some of those underclassmen come back next year.
People on our team that got all-region and honorable mentions and second team all-region, definitely hyped for those guys. They definitely deserved it, put in a lot of work this season.
Pretty honored to be a part of the all-region team, and you know, I don't think it's just the offensive line that did so well as quarterback and the ball off in time, and the run backs run through the right gaps that really made us look good.
Until Thursday, we're out. Stay classy, Heritage.
Great show, everybody. Thank you all for watching. And from us, have a great day, a great rest of your week, and as always,
stay classy, Heritage.
That was pretty good, dude.
Yeah, can you turn off that light for me?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, guys, for watching. We all really appreciate it. Everybody in the studio wants to thank you personally for watching. You guys keep us afloat. So, that's all I really have to say. And I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.